catch 'em all.
Hey everyone, elitetrainercj here, and today I have an announcement. I am announcing the Boscage Cup for the silph tournament. I am hosting a remote tournament August 14th, 2020, which is on a Friday. And the way that this is going to work, I will explain in just a bit. I will explain the rules and what's allowed, what's not allowed, and also go over a little bit of the meta. So, yes, the Boscage Cup. Let's go ahead and look at the rules. It is Friday, August 14th, 2020, so it gives you time to build friendships and get your friendship up to Ultra, just in case they do take away the where you can just battle great friends. I know that's a temporary thing because, you know, of the virus, everybody having to stay at home basically, and so they made it so you can do it remotely. So that's been helping out a lot with tournaments lately. But I am giving everybody a chance to wait until August 14th, so that way they can prepare for this cup and also build friendships and get the word out, and I'll promote it and everything like that. Let's go ahead and look at what's allowed. So the typing that is allowed is bug, electric, fire, flying, grass, ground, ice, poison, rock, and water types. It kind of goes with the whole Boscage part of the word. Boscage is kind of like the what's found in the wilderness, really. Boscage is just another word for wilderness. So it's like a wilderness cup where anything that is found out in the wilderness, so you know, something that's not man-made or anything like that, is allowed. So that's why I chose bug, electric, fire, flying, grass, ground, ice, poison, rock, and water type. What is not allowed is dark, dragon, fairy, fighting, ghost, normal, psychic, and steel types. So what is allowed is, you know, anything that does not have those typings as like a secondary or even like a primary. That way it's a little bit more diverse, and actually it really makes the meta pretty interesting. And also what is banned is legendaries, mythical, galarian forms, regionals, and shadow forms. So no shadows because, you know, they attack a lot harder. So yes, their defense isn't as good, but their attacks are just too strong, really. Regionals, not everybody's able to get certain regional forms. So let's say Tropius, you can't go to Africa and get it. I do not promote spoofing, so I went ahead and said regionals are just straight up not allowed. Galarian forms, if I didn't do Galarian forms, Obsidian would just completely wipe the floor with everything. Same with Galarian Stunfist. Well, I don't even know if Galarian Stunfist isn't even allowed in this tournament anyways. Regular Stunfist, on the other hand, is ground and electric type, so it could be used. I don't really know how it's ranked, but mythical and legendaries, you know, they're stronger than, you know, your normal Pokemon, so that's why I did that. So let's go ahead and let's look at how I set this up. So if you go to pvpoke.com, you can do custom rankings. So all you have to do is just go to where it says rankings on the top of the website, and then you can just go down to custom rankings. You can set this up. What you include is the bug, electric, fire, flying, grass, ground, ice, poison, rock, and water type. And then when you go down here to exclude, you put dark, dragon, fairy, fighting, ghost, normal, psychic, and steel. Those aren't allowed. And then you can also add another tag for legendary, mythical, galarian, regional, and shadow forms. And then you hit simulate, and then here is your you know what, I forgot. I am gonna put this in the video, probably just across the screen. You can only choose, I forgot to mention it, but you can only choose one starter. So, you know, if you choose Venusaur, I mean, it's the ranked #1 out of this whole tournament. If you choose Venusaur, then that's the only starter you can have on your team. You can't grab a Charizard or Meganium. That way, it's more versatile teams. I know people just straight up use Venusaur, Charizard, and like Swampert or something like that. Made those the top 3, and then with the community day with the community day moves, it just makes them too powerful for this cup, so I limited it to just 1 starter per team. Golbat's actually really good in this cup, even though it is kind of a glass cannon. Mantine's tanky. I was gonna ban it, but I figured that there's so many grass types and also rock and electric types in this cup that we can actually just straight up use Mantine. Mantine does take a lot of Stardust to power it up to the correct CP. Same with Jumpluff. It is a very strong Pokemon. It is only weak to fire, really, and I guess Bug a little bit, but it is pretty tanky, and also Poison, but it just takes a lot of Stardust to get to that. Another reason why I'm giving us to August 14th. But as you can see, like even like Crystal's up here, or Credilli, there's a very versatile, set of Pokemon. Cash Form Snowy, Blossom, Gloom, and Vileplume. So all three of the forms right there. Well, Gloom, and then also both of the evolutions. Weeping Bell would be good. Victory Bell would do better. So if you don't want to use a Venusaur and want to use like a Charizard, you could use Victory Bell, or even Vileplume. If you want Poison and Grass type. Rosalia's in here. I don't see Roserade. It might be lowered because of how high level it has to be. So it would be a pretty low level. I think, let me see. If you look here, rank 1, it would be a level 19. So that's another reason why Roserade's kind of down here. Scoliopede's here. Dewdon with all ice moves, if you see that. All ice moves is preferred. Really, Gligar, Leafeon. I'm a little surprised at that. Glalie, Muck. Rainy Cash Form. Swampert's already down to 35, but don't count it out. Kricketune. I am actually surprised that Kricketune would be in here with Fury Cutter, X-Scissor, and Bud Buzz. I guess you can use Aerial Ace if you want to do, like, if you are going up against another Bud type, Just have that little bit of advantage. Some Floras up here, Tentacruel, Torterra, Darumaka. I don't really think I've seen Darumaka anywhere else. Raichu's up here, Swalot. I've actually never seen Swalot viable in any other tournament. Does kind of get up there in rank, so I mean, that would be nice. Cryogonal, I've not seen that in a tournament either. Dustots, same with that. Ludicolo, I haven't seen Ludicolo in any other tournament. And it does look like you could use either Bubble or Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf barely beats it. But if you want to do Bubble with Ice Beam and Energy Ball, there we go. You got, 3 different types covered, Nidorino, Parasect. There's just so many versatile. Like, my boy Ampharos right here. If it has Dragon Pulse, Thunder Punch, and Volt Switch. There's just so many Pokemon. I know Grass types kind of have the advantage in this cup. I mean, it is the Wilderness Cup, so I do expect that, a lot of Grass types be good. But that gives you just an option of like what type of Pokemon you want to use, and then you just go down the list and just choose other Pokemon to support that Pokemon. Just in case you run into something like a Fire type that would completely take down your fire, your Grass and Poison types. So, I mean, the reason why I did this tournament is like it's a pretty easy one to do. And it's a pretty versatile, I mean, if you see that. And yeah, I think this cup would be fun. I'll do updates on the tournament when we get closer to the tournament. I can set up practice ones if you guys want to do a practice one, or you can even just shoot me a message on my Discord. I will put the Discord down in the description below, so that way you can join. I do have the link to the tournament right here. I have it linked. I'm the only one in here right now, but I didn't put the rules right here, so if you don't follow the rules, I'll just kick you out. I know it says it's an open Great League, but I didn't have a way to, set standards, so I am in charge of this, of course. But it's unranked. If we get enough people to continue doing these type of tournaments with me, I will make it so we can make them ranked, and it can count against your rankings for the silph arena. So yeah, this is the Boscage Cup, and I thought it would be like a pretty fun one to do. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell. I'll put all the links down in the description below, so that way you know where to go to for the tournament, for my Discord, and just any questions in general. Just go ahead and message me. I'm elitetrainercj, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.